So maybe you're a veteran living here in Texas and you want to know some of the benefits that you might get by the great state of Texas. Hi, I'm Tiffany. I'm a local Frisco, Texas realtor. And today we're going to go over things that will benefit you because you've served our country in the most amazing way. So stay tuned. So if you qualify for the GI Bill, then obviously you get to go and get your education for free. A lot of times you get housing stipends, you get stipends for books, and even potentially for food. So check to see if you qualify for the GI Bill, pre or post 9/11. And then if you don't, then there's something called the Hazlewood Act. And that is, there's a couple of requirements, as is all the benefits require have requirements. And so the Hazlewood Act stipulates that when you entered into military duty, you had to have lived in Texas, and you have to live in Texas now when you're wanting to do the Hazlewood Act, but it gives you 150 hours towards free education. And that's an entire bachelor's degree. Now, it doesn't give you free books or free living or anything like that. It simply gives you 150 hours of free education from a Texas university, which I think is great. There are also educational benefits to living spouses and potentially kids. So research all of that and look more in depth to see what the benefit is specifically for you and your family. Now, as far as automobiles, if you are wanting to move to Texas, and I know a really great realtor that can help, you can actually get a free driver's license or update your driver's license. So if you have a specific disability rating, then they'll give it to you for free. And that's going to save you at least $100, which is nice. Something else that they'll give you as far as auto is if you have a certain disability level ranking, then you can actually get a disabled veterans license. And I know that not everybody wants to do that, even if they qualify, but if you do, one of the things you can get is free parking at the airport, which is great because you can literally go right up to the entrance. Well, not the entrance, but the parking lot close to the entrance, park there up to 99 consecutive days. And so I love that because it saves you a lot of money. It's safe because there's consistent patrolling of vehicles, and that's going to save you anywhere from $15 to $25 a day. So if you travel or if it's part of your job or whatever, you're going to save that money too. Something else that I love about the state of Texas and how they benefit their veterans is they have a veteran entrepreneur mentorship program. So if you're wanting to start a business, you can actually get a free veteran mentor that is an entrepreneur, and they can help you set up your business. They can mentor you through decisions and how to build and grow that business. Something else that I like is they really want veterans to be hired for jobs. So if you are applying to a job and there might be somebody there that has an equal resume as you, the state of Texas really impresses upon owners of jobs and hiring managers to pick the veteran if they're equal, and that is a deciding factor. They ask that the veteran be picked, and it's not a handout. It's that you've got a qualification that other resume applicant doesn't have. You served our country, and you have an amazing set of skills and training that the common person doesn't have. So it's certainly not a handout. It's just that you are more qualified than a normal non-veteran. Now, some of the things the state of Texas offers recreation-wise is hunting and fishing licenses. If you are in active duty, those are free. And I love that. If you are a veteran, you can get 50% off, depending on your disability rating and depending on the state park or what have you. And leading to that, state parks, you can even get in free depending on your disability rating. So I would definitely check that out. And it changes a lot. Those perks change. So make sure you research it. But those are just common known ones that I think can really help out a veteran when they want to seek out some recreation. Now, as we start talking about housing and veteran benefits, property taxes have always, for me, have always been a problem in the state of Texas because they're super high. And we don't have a state income tax. So that is helpful because, the more money you make, when you have a state income tax, they take even more money from you. So, but with property taxes in Texas, and I know that they're trying to work on this and redo some of the property tax laws so that it takes that burden off the homeowner more, but they're a little out of control. And as a realtor, that really irks me, but I know they're trying to work on it. And so some of the things, and it all depends on your disability rating, but there is a discount for veterans. It just depends on where you are in in your disability. Essentially, it's anything from 10% all the way up to 100%. I know veterans that are considered 100% disabled and they pay zero property taxes. And that's the way it should be. We need to give back to our veterans that gave, large things to fight for our freedom. So I'm really thankful for that. But you do get a discount on property taxes, which I think is very helpful. Something else that you can look at is a land loan in the state of Texas for veterans. They will let you borrow up to $150,000 to buy land, and it's only 5% interest, and that is a 30-year note. So that's really wonderful. Something else is the VA loans, obviously specific to veterans, and it's 0% down if you so choose. You're going to get a better interest rate, and there is no mortgage insurance. Most all loans, well, unless you put 20% down on a conventional, they're going to make you pay mortgage insurance until you have at least 20% equity in your house. VA loans don't do that. So you save a couple $100 off the bat on a monthly basis, beyond the fact that you're going to get a better interest rate and you don't have to put any money down. Now, one thing that they will allow you to do is if you they cap out VA loans, I think it's $424,000. And so let's say you want to buy, and that's 0% down. Let's say you want to buy a $600,000 or $700,000 house. They're going to take the difference. So let's say it's 150,000 over the cap, which is 424,000. They're going to take that difference, and then you're going to pay 25% of that, and you're going to put that as your down payment. So they'll let you go over, but that's when the down payment comes into effect. And then the jumbo loan is even a little bit higher. So reach out to me if you want specifics on that, and I can help you really dig down into what you're going to need and what you qualify for. Another really cool thing that Texas does for its veterans as far as housing is they will actually let you apply for a home improvement loan. They'll give you up to $50,000 for a low interest rate for a 20-year term. And although they do have to approve, they'll send out an inspector to take a look, because they're not going to want you to just buy a complete rundown house to put 50,000 into it's not for flipping houses. It's specific if you want to buy a house and then just make some updates, and you can get up to 50,000 for that 20-year note, and it's an incredible interest rate. So that's something for you to take a look at. There's lots of things that I haven't gone over. There are several benefits out there that they've got great value. And so you need to go to Texas Veterans Commission. There's lots of resources on there that will allow you to really navigate those benefits that we don't have time to chat about today. And I think it's a great resource for you. Well, that's going to kind of wind down our video today. You do need to have updated paperwork. So whether it's disability or your veteran paperwork, make sure it's updated. If you want to look at homes, buy homes in the greater Dallas-Fort Worth area, I can help you do that. I'm an expert in VA loans and would look forward to doing that with you at any given moment. All of the information is below. All the things I talked about will be linked below as well. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And thank you so much for serving us and protecting our freedom. You guys have a wonderful day.